Good evening, gentle viewer. Damn, I can see my eyeballs. I come to you tonight and I should have tears in my eyes, but unfortunately those are packed up in one of the fucking boxes over there or over there on the floor, some shit like that. But I want you to think about something. And it's more towards the women than it is the man. More towards the women than the man. What I want you to think about is who you get with. The type of person that you decide that you want to date. Maybe subsequently that you want to marry. Say that you want to have children with. That's why I call this death of the family. Because to talk to you about, I've got it on another screen back here. But Bradley William Stone from Montgomery County out there in Pennsylvania. If you haven't heard of Bradley William Stone, and you know when they use your middle name, you done fucked up. But he was a gentleman who decided that, well, I'm going to wipe out 4 generations of my ex-wife's family. That's right. Let's go down here. Where is this? Okay, well, I'll find it as I talk to you. I guess I'll multitask. But he killed the grandmother. He killed the woman's mother. Killed her and her sister. And then killed a niece, step niece, whatever, and tried to kill her brother. Her being, why they use her, all 3 of her names, I don't know. But Nicole Hill Stone. And honestly, that was some fucked up shit. That was some truly fucked up shit. And y'all know that I may or may not, well shit, I do have mental issues. I ain't even gonna lie about that shit. But I truly don't think that unless you kill my mother or sister or some shit like that, that I could ever come out and just like basically wipe out your whole fucking family. You'd have to do some real fucked up shit to me for that to even really cross my mind like that. But, you know, well, just watch the video. Watch the video.
The victims from this area were high schoolers, and many of the people at that vigil were either their classmates or their close friends. It comes as we have pieced together new details on yesterday's series of attacks.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
In a community overwhelmed by darkness, tonight the victims' friends and family shared light, enough to light up a dark room. 4 generations of one family killed, it seems, by a troubled ex-husband. Mourners here told us pain shared is pain eased.
Our hearts are broken. Our communities are broken.
I tried to hold it together a little bit, but everyone's emotions really poured out tonight.
That outpouring of emotion came as the manhunt ended after more than 24 hours. At 1:38 this afternoon, search teams discovered the body of Brad Stone in the woods half a mile from his Pennsburg home, killed, we've learned, by self-inflicted stab wounds, likely from a large knife or hatchet.
It was a very fluid event.
At a news conference this afternoon, we asked authorities about the timeline of yesterday's notifications to the public. Of the 6 victims, they say Stone shot the adults and stabbed the children, including the survivor, Anthony. And even as the victim count added up, for much of yesterday, they say they thought Stone was hiding out, on the loose, but generally away from the public.
We had reason to believe throughout the course of the day that he was barricaded in some different locations. So during most of the day, we were looking for him.
Tonight, we visited the Skipack home of Stone's mother. A neighbor said she would not return until tomorrow. There is a lot of concern about the 2 young daughters that Brad Stone had with his ex-wife. Authorities confirmed for us today that those little girls are safe and in protective custody. But with many of their relatives now deceased, it'll be the courts who decide who becomes their legal guardian. Reporting in Sauderton tonight, George Spencer, NBC 10 News.
All right. Y'all saw it on the video. Now, I guess ain't a whole bunch of people up in that city, county, or parish, or whatever the fuck it is. But the thing is that he killed the other people first. He killed the other people first. Then, before 5 a.m. on Monday. And that's what we're talking about yesterday, because the news article is from yesterday, but I did the other story yesterday. But he saved her for last. Probably so he could fuck her over mentally. By letting her know, yo, bitch, I killed your grandma. And while I was at it, I decided, fuck it, I'm going to kill your mama too. And you know your sister? Yeah, that bitch is dead too. Her husband tried to get up in the way, so I took that machete and shit and chopped the motherfucker up. Oh, and that's right, I also used that shit on your nephew. And, let's see, I believe the niece may have been shot. See, so Stone Hill was shot in the face and head. Her mother, Joanne Coder, if I'm pronouncing it correct, was shot and cut in the neck. Then her grandmother, Patricia Hill, was shot in the arm and the head. And then Stone, I guess it's because it's Nicole Stone Hill or whatever, so her sister, Trish Flick, was shot in the face and cut. Aaron Flick, her husband, was shot in the head and hands. The 14-year-old niece was cut, so she was cut as well. That, really, once again, it's just too fucked up for words. And that's why I say think about the shit, ladies. Think about it. Because she didn't have to go out with him. If memory serves me correctly, I believe they were married for like 5 years. And their children, their daughters were like 8 and 5. So you had one, then you got married, and then you had another one. But there should have been some clue somewhere in there. Because even though you were married, that doesn't mean you were happily married. Something should have clicked. The fuck? There we go. No, wait. Yeah, there we go. Just had to check that out. Something had to click in that period of time. Now, after they separated or divorced, then she was telling people how she felt that he was going to kill her. Felt that he was going to kill her. And yes, I know, battered wife syndrome and this, that, and the other thing. That shit's been out since the 80s. You know, and I know it's a mental thing or whatnot. And I'm no psychiatrist, no psychologist. Shit. Can barely deal with my own mental fucking problems. But I tell you what, if you put your fucking hands on me, there ain't really much discussion to be had. Fuck that. Ladies, you need to get to that point as well. But the bad decisions of Nicole Hill Stone, if I'm pronouncing it, if I got the shit right, Nicole Stone Hill. Yeah, where the hell is that? Well, we'll call her Nicole Stone Hill for now. Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. There we go. Nicole Hill Stone. I guess they had the words transposed in the other one. Nicole Hill Stone. You brought that demon into your house, or you brought that demon into your inner circle. You brought the demon into your inner circle. And then that demon tore your family apart. And that's why ladies really need to think about that shit. I mean, I'm not being all somber and shit like that. I mean, because if you could go through... Let me hydrate before I continue. If you chose someone to be the father of your children, if you chose someone that you were supposed to spend the rest of your life with, you had one child, so you were at least together, maybe off and on or whatever, but that you had at least been together beginning 8 years ago. Something in that period of time should have clicked for you. Yes, during the courtship period, we're all on our best behavior. We're all on our best behavior because dudes want that pussy, women want to nest. They want some dick too. Y'all know you want some dick. But they want to nest. Start a family. Oh, I found somebody. He's going to love me. He's going to treat me like a queen. You know, when I'm hurt, he's going to be there to make it better. He's going to be there to protect me in my times of need. Not to beat your ass when my fucking food is cold. First time you get your ass beat because your food is cold, time to up and leave. No, dude, I don't get down like that. I got to go. And find you somebody else because I'm through with this shit. Then, move. And yes, it's possible there could have been no signs before the 8-year-old was born. Okay? There could have been no signs before you got married and had the 5-year-old. Unlikely, but possible. Dude was allegedly diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. But by the same token, they said on December 8th, when he went to go see his VA doctor, he did not display suicidal or homicidal tendencies. Or had no thoughts about suicide or homicide, whatever the fuck. Yeah, because if you keep your mouth shut, people won't know what you're thinking. What the fuck? I'm going to go to the VA. And Law and Order has already made this shit clear. And I'm talking about the TV series. You know, if you go to your mental health professional, well, doc, yeah, because when I was 5 and I got whipped with a switch. Oh, and by the way, I think I'm going to go out and kill my ex-wife because this custody battle is really fucking me up in the head. That they're required to report that shit. So no, he wouldn't show any signs because he's not going to tell you shit. And I said, it's not for me to say. I have my own opinion, and actually in this case, I'm not sharing it with you. Because I don't know enough about the people involved, I guess. That's what I'll say. Because I don't know enough about the people involved. Because on the one hand, once you found out dude was this type of person, or as soon as you found out, not as soon as you found out dude was this type of person, he was a violent individual, why the fuck didn't you leave him alone? Because I don't know when you found out. I don't know when you found out. Then I don't know the circumstances of y'all being together, because the thing is, once more, your sister and her husband and their 2 children, they didn't necessarily love this person, and apparently he damn sure didn't love them. Your mother, apparently, I guess, didn't really love this person. She didn't meet him. You did. And same thing goes with your grandmother. You introduced an element into your family that was explosive. And it blew up your family. And that's why women need to think. More so women than men. The same thing could happen to a man in his family. But generally it's women and their families. Because their family will never recover from this shit. Never. And that's what's so fucked up. What the fuck is his name? Bradley William Stone. You're a stone cold son of a bitch. Stone cold, well, I won't call you son. You're just a stone cold bastard. You're a stone cold bastard. And then you turned out to be a fucking coward. Turned out to be a fucking coward because you ended your own life. Biatch. Because I could just imagine that some folks in the pokey would have fucking made you suffer before you die. Just think about what I said, ladies. Think about what I said. At that first sight, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Move.